So I hear that you were just in Rome recently, meeting with some pretty important people. Talk to me about what it was like, for starters, meeting with Pope Leo. What was he like? What was your impression of him?
So I was with thousands of other people for his Wednesday audience. October 1st, a bright sunny day. It was wonderful to see him approach the crowd in the Jeep that he has, the Pope Mobile. Amazing response from all of the crowd, cheers, shouts of joy, and great celebration. And I was on the steps of St. Peter's Basilica when the Pope Mobile pulled up, and very close to where he was when he got out of the Pope Mobile, and then took his place for the audience. And I have to say, it's one of those once in a lifetime experiences. It feels like that anyway. It seems as if time stops and everything around you suddenly just fades away. And it was just the Holy Father and the powerful words that he spoke that day. And thanks be to God, I was able to greet him personally and to ask him to pray for the people of Rhode Island, and specifically for our diocese here, for all of the wonderful people of our state. And he said he would. He said, count on my prayers for you and everyone in Rhode Island. It was a great moment.
That sounds incredible. And you guys were elevated around the same time, so you kind of have that connection there. In the brief moments that you were able to talk with him, were you able to glean anything from him? And what's your impression of him as a pope so far?
So very kind and gentle, very thoughtful. In speaking with him for those few minutes that we were able to talk, he was just, I'm not sure how to say it. It's amazing when you can speak to the Holy Father in your own language and not worry about trying to speak Italian or Spanish or another language. It was a real encounter and a real moment to engage each other. My impressions of him now are steady, calm leadership. And I am grateful for his speaking on a number of issues already. One of those, which is very close to my heart, is care and concern for our immigrant brothers and sisters. And just by coincidence, I was there actually for the ordination of one of our transitional deacons who will be a priest next year. He was ordained at St. Peter's Basilica, so I was there for that wonderful occasion. But it was also the Jubilee for migrants. And we know how many are affected in our own country these days because of change and shifts in policies. And so I did ask our Holy Father to pray for the immigrant community here in our own diocese of Providence, and to pray for the immigrant people throughout this country who are going now through some trying and difficult times.
Yeah,
it was a great moment to be with him.
It had to be so powerful. And you mentioned, he's an American Pope. He's seeing this unfold just as you are. When you talk about the migrant community, especially the migrants in your community, what are some of your greatest concerns with what's happening politically right now?
I think first, as a church, what we always do is pray, and to pray for the safety and well-being of everyone in our state and in our country. And we understand too that a nation has the right and responsibility to maintain its borders and to keep everybody within its borders safe. We support that 100%. The bishops' conferences repeated that over and over again. But for good people who've been here for 20, 25, 30 years, who are paying taxes, they're homeowners, business owners, they have children and grandchildren here, they're supporting our state, they're supporting our country. What we need is immigration reform that allows folks a pathway to citizenship so that they can continue to contribute to our country and to the well-being of everyone around us. So I think what we can do is be good neighbors. That's what's most needed, to be a good neighbor.
Are you concerned about some of these ICE raids we're seeing in our communities?
I'm concerned about everybody's safety. I think safety is a big issue and concern. I would say laws need to be enforced, but with dignity and respect for people, and that all people need to be treated for who they are, the image and likeness of God. So respect for the dignity of each person needs to be utmost in our minds, especially as laws are enforced, as people are detained and being deported. I think our Holy Father has called us to denounce any behavior or actions against anyone that would be dehumanizing, that is robbing them of their dignity. We as Catholics believe that each person reflects the greatness, awesomeness, and beauty of God. And as much as we can protect, uphold, preserve, and keep safe that dignity, we should do everything in our effort, everything in our power.
Yeah. Bishop, I want to get back to your trip a little bit more, because one of the other things I heard was that you were able to celebrate a mass at St. Peter's. Is that true? And if so, what was that like for you?
It was wonderful. So it was actually the ordination of Deacon Mateusz Puszynowski, who is one of our seminarians studying at the North American College. He, with 16 other seminarians, were ordained to the diaconate. And it was right there in St. Peter's. It was a glorious celebration. I've never been in a celebration like that in my life. It was a moment of being in heaven, heaven on earth. Beautiful music, the beauty of the art and the sacredness of that place. Somewhat overwhelming and overpowering, but certainly in all respects, very inspiring and made me very proud to be Catholic.
That's awesome to hear. Bishop, is there anything else from your trip that I didn't ask you about that you feel like is worth mentioning?
Rhode Island still has the best Italian food.
Really?
Yes.
Better than Rome?
Yes.
That's crazy.
We have the corner on that market. Rhode Island still has the best Italian markets and the best Italian food.
That's very impressive. Well, Bishop, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Very great to be with you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Have a great day.
God bless you.
You too.